Okay, welcome back to my opinion. This video is going to be about the Second Amendment, but not the historical Second Amendment. Historically, we have talked about the Second Amendment and the Constitution and its original intended purpose, which was to fight off a tyrannical government, etc. And that still holds true to this day. That's what the Supreme Court, the U.S. Supreme Court, and everybody argues most of the time. But what we gun people need to be stressing more than ever is that we need it for more than that, way more. In this day and age, in this country, the United States, there is a lot of crime and has been for decades. And whether if it's getting worse or we're seeing more of it because of, media outlets like YouTube, etc. I don't know. But I do know this. Every night on the news, and I live near a city, a major city. So every night on the news, they talk about how, the city officials talk about how crime's going down, this kind of crime's better, this kind of crime's went down this percent, blah, blah, blah. But yet every night on the news, you see horrible, violent crimes. What we as armed citizens need to really be stressing and maybe even pushing for an amendment to the Second Amendment is including in there more self-defense, at least more self-defense talk. Because let's be honest, that's what we are really. Politicians who are pro-Second Amendment, all of us who are pro-Second Amendment, that's really what we're trying to defend. And for some reason, we all use the Constitution, the Second Amendment as our reasoning. But we need to stop doing that. Sure, keep using that, but we really need to stress the real reason why we legal gun owners want to carry a pistol. Crime is terrible. It is what it is. It's certain factions in this country that do the overwhelming amount of crime in this country. And there's whole areas of cities that you just don't go into. All you have to do is get on YouTube, and any city, just YouTube the hoods, or YouTube downtown Kennesaw. You can be in a good bar district, a good area, and you see it. If you're one of these people like me who is aware of their surroundings, you don't miss that stuff. You don't see it, or you don't not see it. You see it. You can pick people out who are going to be troublemakers if you're not careful around them. You can see them coming when you have situational awareness. Most people don't, especially young people. They don't. I'm sure I didn't. But yeah, we really need to be stressing the real reason we want the Second Amendment to not be fucked with by our politicians, who are all, by the way, protected by guys with guns, whether if it's state troopers or Secret Service. So let's get more vigilant and more aggressive on why we want our defense rights as a Second Amendment advocate, why we want to be able to defend ourselves and not be questioned or have to give some other excuse why we support the Second Amendment. I mainly support the Second Amendment because I want to be able to defend myself and my home and my family, period. I'm not really worried about a tyrannical government that much, but I am worried about the crime in the city next to me. Anyway, like, share, and subscribe. Tell me what you think. Stay safe, be safe.